Welcome, Miami. Good morning, Miami. This is another podcast of Wonder Women, women entrepreneurs that are making a difference in their community and changing the world because that's what they're doing. And I want to share them with you. And today I have the great pleasure of an entrepreneur, author, Anna Figueroa, and she has just written this beautiful book, 19 Poems from Vero Beach. She was introduced to me by Ninoka. So Ninoka, if you're watching, thank you so much, my friend, for interviewing me, introducing me to your friend, Anna. Anna, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's such an honor.
Oh,
It's a
thank
pleasure,
you.
Yolanda.
No, please, it's a pleasure having you here. I know when we talked, we connected.
We did.
And
I felt like I had known you all my life.
Yeah, it was so incredible. We had so many things in common.
We did.
Ninoka is a person that tiene una luz larga, and she lives in the spirit. And I feel that when she met you, there was just something that she felt. And when I started talking to you, I felt it as well.
Oh, that means a lot to me. Thank you. And likewise.
Thank you. So let's talk a little bit about yourself. I know you're from Miami.
I am. I was actually born in Gainesville.
Oh, that's right.
My mom and dad got married and met in the University of Florida.
Were they studying there?
They were. I'm a little Gator baby. But go you.
Oh my God, that's hard. I know you have one son. Did he go to you?
No, he went to Purdue University in Indiana.
Oh, wow, that's a great university.
Yes.
Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you. Yeah, I'm very proud of him.
So you lived in Gainesville. How did you get to Miami?
Very young. We left Florida when I was just about to turn 5. Lived in New Mexico for 10 years.
How was that?
It was wonderful. We lived in a little town called Las Cruces, New Mexico. Went camping, went to the river, the mountains, the desert. We had a lovely childhood there.
One of my goals is to be there. You have a bucket list.
Yeah.
That's one of my bucket lists. And one in my bucket list, they have this air balloon.
It's amazing. They used to cross in front of our home.
Oh, my God.
It's the most amazing thing.
It is beautiful. I saw it on, I don't know if it was YouTube. And then my friend Chirino, who's an artist, she went and... or was it Stephanie? One of my two friends. And she went and I saw it on Insta. I thought it was the most peaceful, beautiful, and all the rocks and the coloring was gorgeous.
No. And let me tell you, there's something very special to begin with the New Mexico skies.
Really?
Sunset in New Mexico is like a painting that God just threw out. It's just gorgeous. But the balloons, they're also unique. They're also colorful. It's a very peaceful and yet very fun thing to see. One day I'll be brave and I'll get up in one.
I don't think I need to get on one. I think I need to sit and watch them go.
I think I would enjoy riding one. I think I got to do that one day.
Maybe with some champagne. A little Prosecco.
Everything is better with champagne.
Absolutely.
Okay? Absolutely. And then when I was about to start high school, we moved to Miami. My mom's family was here. My dad's family was here.
So you've lived most of your life here?
Yeah, ever since.
And I know you're an entrepreneur, a very successful woman.
Thank you.
Especially in a very hard industry,
yes,
I would say.
Yeah.
So you have a advertising company.
I do, Vantage Communications.
I was going to say Vantage Communications. Yes. And you worked with many different types of industry. You market for many different types of industry.
Yes.
Why don't you share a little bit of all those industries?
Of course. We have a very diverse portfolio of clients. We work within the healthcare industry with Sun Health and Dental. We have Royal Unibrew, which is a Danish company. We do their U.S. Media and advertising, and they have 4 different products we work with. They're all beverages. One I know is your favorite. And then
recently discovered.
Yes.
Because it wasn't that well known. So
they're very limited in the distribution in the United States.
But your marketing must be doing really well because I discovered it.
I'm glad. I'm going to share that with the client.
Absolutely. And it's a great drink. It's refreshing. It doesn't have an aftertaste. I loved it.
I thought it was, and I told you, try it with a little sprig of rosemary. You're going to remember me.
And it's the oldest one.
It is the original long drink. Yes, from Finland. Yes.
My God. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I
Yeah,
love
I'm
this.
glad you enjoyed it. It's one of my favorites.
Absolutely,
It really is.
absolutely. It's really great.
Yeah.
Really great. And you also work in, you market for politicians as well.
We do. We manage campaigns and place media for campaigns. We're not within the campaign, but we place the media for them. And I don't want to leave out, so that nobody gets upset, I don't want to leave out my Glades Medical. We also work with, oh my God, I'm forgetting my clients. Goodness sakes. Well,
There are a lot.
There are a lot of them. And we do some pro bono work for organizations like El Directorio Democrático, Amor en Acción. So we always, we've done some work for PR for Christie House as well. And
Oh, Christy.
yeah, very, very worthy organizations, all of them.
So you're giving back.
I think you have to. I think you have to. It's something important that we are part of our community, and we always have to, and part of the global community as well. And I think if you're not finding a way to put your talents to the service of the community and the world you live in, you're just not complete.
So I know you said, I think you have to. And I really appreciate those words, because a lot of times people don't realize that with everything you receive, right? You always have to give back,
Yeah.
right? I think it's our responsibilities as human beings. For me, as a Christian, it's my responsibility
Yes.
to give back.
Yes.
So I'm glad that you're doing that, and I appreciate you doing that.
Thank you.
It's very hard because, when you have a big company and you're moving so fast, you could forget. It's not that you do it on purpose. It's just the pace of it all.
Yes.
And you tend to forget. But to stay grounded and say, wait a second, I've done this. It's been so good for me. Let me give a little bit out there.
I've received so many blessings in my life, and I'm so grateful to God. And I always feel like, when you receive a blessing, it gives you an opportunity to share the blessing with other people. And I think that's just part of keeping our world on an even keel, I think.
So I want to touch a little subject. You're a proud breast cancer survivor.
I'm a very blessed breast cancer survivor, and it's been a while. I'm still very healthy, and everything is good.
Amen.
Thank you. Yes, it was a very difficult but very important blessing in my life, because it was really a turning point for me. I was working in corporate America, very long hours, burning my candle at both ends very intensely. And it was a big wake-up call for me. And it's when I decided to leave corporate America and start my own company.
Really?
That's why, yes.
Started.
And that's why our logo has that pink color to it. Oh. It's my little nod to that.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, it's interesting you say that. So I have interviewed, I don't want to say 4 or 5 women already that have said the same thing, that the turning point of their life was a loss or going through breast cancer, and they shifted and they came out of where they were at and they started their own business or started running a foundation because they needed that change. It was something that drawn them to say, it's okay, I could look back, I could take the risk, I believe in myself, it's something. And even with me, when I lost my father-in-law and I opened the foundation, it was a moment that something that needed to be done, something I felt that it took over me, that something there needed to be a change. Yeah. So it's so interesting how we all find that moment.
Yeah, I don't think I would have believed in myself enough to do that before the breast cancer. I think the breast cancer, I was, and I want to please get your mammograms.
Absolutely.
I got to stage 3 because I was too busy to do my mammogram. And I kept canceling it and pushing it back. And it was 2 years of treatment and 5 surgeries. And it probably didn't have to be as hard as it was, because if I had caught it earlier. So I always tell everyone I care about and everyone I meet, please, ladies, and some men too.
Absolutely. Now,
please just get your mammogram, check yourself always. And don't be afraid. Just, take care of it.
Be fearless.
Be fearless and love yourself and put yourself
That's a big
first,
one.
you
And
know?
love yourself. I think one of the things as women that I've learned is that we get so caught up
Hmm.
in succeeding. And even as a mother, it doesn't have to, you don't have to be working, right?
Right.
We have time, we can multitask, we could do more. And then we keep putting ourselves behind, and then we're taking care of everybody else, but we don't take care of ourselves. And then that's when it hits.
Yeah. And it's very much, I mean, we hear it, it's very cliche. You see a million memes on social media. But truly, if we do not love ourselves first, if we do not care for ourselves first, we have nothing left to give at the end, really. Because who are you going to care for if you end up in a hospital bed?
Absolutely.
So you got to make sure you're thinking about it the right way.
Yes, absolutely. It's not only about the person or the job, it's also about yourself. And they need you.
Yeah.
Value yourself.
That's
Because
right.
if you value yourself, then you're valuing everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think we don't do that naturally.
No.
We have to be
I
told.
certainly didn't before.
We have to be told.
Yeah. And reminded. We constantly have to be reminded because we fall back into the pattern very easily.
So how did you become an author? What inspired you to start writing?
Well, I'll be honest, it was kind of a lifelong dream. I remember being a little girl and telling my mom, I'm going to go to Paris and I'm going to write novels. And she thought that was the cutest thing. She would laugh.
You saw
I could
yourself in
see
that little
myself
bistro.
in the little
The
bistro with my little
writing.
notebook writing. And I always enjoyed it. I always wrote. I always kept journals. I'm a very pragmatic person, but I also have my very fanciful side as well, my whimsical side. And, but really it was after I was married for a short period of time, had my beautiful son and got a divorce. And I think I needed to process a lot. And that's the first time I actually officially wrote a publication. I certainly wasn't brave enough to present it. I did publish it as an ebook, a Kindle ebook, and I told nobody. So I don't know that anybody's ever read it, but it's there.
Well, you have written a novel.
I have.
A
Yes.
love mystery novel.
Yes.
And when I read a little bit about it, it's stationed like in Miami, right?
Yes, the setting is in Miami. It's a crime / romance kind of setting.
It really pulled me in.
Yeah, I hope you keep reading because
I do.
sometimes people at the beginning are like, I don't know, and then they see the dynamic between the characters and they enjoy it.
It pulled me in right away. I was like, wow, I didn't know about this book, but it seemed.
Well, please remind me. I'm going to get you a copy of the book.
I'm very.
It's great
excited.
beach reading.
Yeah, I could see myself in Melbourne Beach. In the beach.
You'll enjoy it, I promise.
Reading that book.
I promise. It's not love and war, but you'll enjoy it.
And I got Melbourne Beach.
Well, they're both beautiful places.
Yes, yeah. So you capture in your writing womanhood, love, loss, faith, healing, transformation, identity.
Mm-hmm.
So is it every stage in your life that has gotten you there, or is it a moment that when you write, that's what you're feeling?
Yeah. For me, my writing, especially when I'm struck to write a poem, it kind of comes to me very much in a rush. I don't know if, for example, a painter or a musician operate the same way, but I will live a moment, whether it's myself or I'm a witness to something, and I kind of have this rush of words and thoughts that come. I give an example. I have a very, very dear friend who was going through a very big heartbreak in a relationship that wasn't going well. And there's one of the poems in the new book is called Tequila.
Tequila.
It's called Tequila. And she was really, it was one of those moments we girls need, and she was drinking, she was having her shots and she was crying and she was, but the process of this moment was that as she was in pain, she remembered who she was. And it was a very beautiful thing to watch. It was painful for her. It was painful for me because I love her like a sister and I hated seeing her in pain. But there was this beauty in that pain where she slammed down that shot glass and she remembered who she was. And she said, you know what? He doesn't deserve me. And that's the end of it. And it was as she was going through it, the words were flowing in my head. It was incredible.
I think I understand when you have a drink. Um, a lot of people interpreted that wrong sometimes.
Sure.
But when you're with a friend
Hmm.
and you have a moment and the words are just not coming out right or whatever the case may be, and it's just that moment and you just have that shot with your friend, and I think the ambience of being with your friend gives you that security in the moment, and it just lets you let go all of that anger or everything that you've been holding inside of you so for such a long time. When you feel that safe moment to share with a friend, I think it's so important in friendships. I wish we would talk more about friendships nowadays.
Yes. Well, I'm very blessed. I have so many beautiful friends, men and women, but it's really kind of women need their women friends.
Yes, absolutely.
And for me, my friends are my lifeline. They're my constant throughout my life.
And they help you keep going.
And they know you. Yes. They know you better than anybody else knows
Absolutely.
you. I have many, many dear friends. I'm blessed. I have not been blessed in love as much as I would have liked, but I've had beautiful loves. But my friends, my women friends are my compass, you know? Amen. They really are.
I think it's so important having friends. My mom was a great friend.
Oh, my mom was a wonderful friend too.
So many friends.
I understand you.
It was amazing, and they all helped each other. And it's that moment, like I imagine that sometimes we don't tell our friends everything because we don't want to be looked upon. Oh, but why did you do this? But there's a moment with a friendship. My friend is Marjorie, and when I just could tell her anything.
Yeah.
And I feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be judged.
No.
I'm going to be listened.
No. My friends know that it is a no judgment zone.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter. No, and no matter what, we got each other's back.
Yeah. So the book is called Intimate Strangers.
That's the novel.
The novel.
Yes.
The novel.
Yes.
So I love the name, by the way. so sounds very passionate somehow.
It has its moments. You'll enjoy them.
You have 3 poetry books.
Yes.
A Woman Full Grown.
Yes.
A little bit about that one. Share me a little bit about
that. That was the book that I published after I got divorced, and I was going through a very, my son was very small. I was very overwhelmed. Oh, so there was a lot of pain. But there was also a discovery of, am I strong enough? Can I do this? And there's also, there's something cathartic about expressing how you're feeling. For me, it comes in the form of poetry, Did
you write journals when you were young?
Oh, yes. Yes.
You have diaries?
Of course. Silly diaries. Wonderful, silly little girl diaries that are fabulous to read now. And you're and my teenage journals, oh my God, you're like, you read them, you're like, oh, honey, you suffered for nothing,
It's very important to write.
It is.
I wish I would have written a lot.
It's never too late.
My daughter started writing in a journal now, which I'm very excited about that. Yeah. So important to put your feelings down on paper.
Yeah, there's something about letting it out, expressing it, and that helps you process. Absolutely.
Una mujer en el camino. That's the second.
That's the second one. I'm very fluent in Spanish, and I'm the child of Cuban exiles. We go back and forth between the languages very easily. I don't combine English and Spanish in anything that I write, but I found my voice in Spanish poetry at that time of my life. And that also was a very cathartic experience for me. But it was also very special because it helped me truly connect to my roots in a very special way, even though it wasn't necessarily about anything Cuban, but it's who we are,
I understand. The way I could express myself in Spanish, I can't express myself the same in English. And I think it has to do with my culture. I'm Cuban American like you. And I feel like I could show my love and my passion through my Spanish more than I could do with my English. Yeah, I feel like it just expresses itself. Spanish
It's
has
very
a way,
rich.
It's very, yes, that's the word.
It's a very rich
Thank you for that.
language.
Yes.
And there's I don't know, there's a melody also.
Amen.
That's almost musical when you write in Spanish.
It does. It does. My parents always said it. They were always like, well, one word in English, you could say it 3 ways in
It's
Spanish.
true. It's true.
But you fight them all the time.
And English is a beautiful language as well.
Absolutely.
But there is a richness that's.
We do have Shakespeare.
Hello. And Robert Frost and
So
Ernest Hemingway. Oh, my favorite poem. I think Maya Angelou is a wonderful poet, and example of a woman. She was very strong. Ada Limon, I think, also is a beautiful writer. I do very much enjoy, in the poetry realm, the traditional Robert Frost, the traditional, but also, The Leaves of Grass. And there's George Orwell's novels, which are perhaps not so light, but they are so life-changing. I mean, when I was in high school and read 1984 by George Orwell, I understood the Cuban exile. I understood what was happening in Cuba. And I went home and I told my mom, I go, this is Cuba. And she said, yes, and I highly recommend to anyone who wants to understand communism or not, or lack of freedom in any context, to read 1984 by George Orwell. It will change your life and it will change your perspective.
Thank you for sharing that.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
And now we're at the new poem, the new book.
Yes.
Poetry, 19 poems from Vero Beach.
Yes.
So I understand why you put Vero Beach, because I love that coast. But I know there has to be another meaning, because mine is Melbourne, and so let's talk a little bit about the
thank you, and thank you for allowing me to talk about it.
Absolutely, and it's beautiful, and I
designed it. I designed it myself.
God, you did beautifully.
Yes.
And you know what? I understand it because I go to Melbourne so much, and nobody has any idea how many animals are in that area.
It is the most beautiful thing.
The wildlife is very strong there.
I have a little apartment in Vero Beach that I escape to. That's my escape from reality and from stress and from Miami, that I love deeply, but sometimes I need to get away from. And that is Vero Beach for me. And where I have my little apartment, it is actually an Audubon Society bird sanctuary. So there are so many beautiful birds, and it's so peaceful.
You have to invite me.
You are consider yourself invited. We'll make it happen.
And then you come to my
and then I will visit you.
The turtles.
Turtles.
We are in turtle season, and all the turtles are coming in.
You go out to the beach in the dark and all of that. Oh, I love that.
God. And we have the red light, and you see them.
They're laying
their eggs.
They're so beautiful. Beautiful.
It's such a beautiful place.
It is a gorgeous. Anyone, please explore Florida's coasts. They are a treasure. They really are.
So 19 poems. Why 19?
Well, 19 is a number that's very special in my family history. My paternal grandfather, whose memoirs I was very privileged to transcribe, had pretty much almost every important event in his life happen on a 19.
Really?
Including his birth and his death. And he had 5 children. One of his daughters was born on the 19th. It was not my father, it was my aunt. But every single one of his children has one child born on a 19.
Wow.
And my son is born on the 19th.
Wow.
I'm born on the 19th. My sister's son, my nephew, was born on the 19th. My son's first company was named 19. And so it's just a very special number. It's always been my number. Anytime I've had to choose, whether it was playing sports or anything, I would know number 19, and it's just something that
you grab it.
It's very meaningful
It's
to
part
me.
of your heritage.
It's part of my heritage, and for some reason, I don't want to sound, but it's like a magic number for us, and
I think
so
that's beautiful. I think numbers have power.
yeah.
And I understand what you're saying. I didn't know that until my mom.
Mm.
And
I'm so sorry for your losses, by
oh,
the way.
thank you. And when I'm in my worst, somehow the number shows up.
Mm.
For my father-in-law is 444. And for my mom is 21. That was her favorite number. And every time something comes up, 21 shows up. Or my dad is 26. From that side of the family is 26. So I absolutely understand the power of numbers. It's not to be fear of them, it's to embrace them. I feel like they talk to us. Yeah, I really do. I really do.
There's anything that's symbolic and has that meaning. I think we all need to embrace that.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your favorite poem in your book?
Oh, that's very hard. That's a very hard one.
I'm sorry.
I have this book is very much about my life journey, and it kind of starts in a way where it starts from my childhood forward. I think there are. I don't want to get into too many because I don't want to drag this on. There's one that's dedicated to my mother when I lost her.
Was that Twilight?
No, Twilight is from my childhood. That's where I learned to look up at that New Mexico sky and dream.
That was the New Mexico sky.
That was the New Mexico sky. It is, isn't it? I enjoy that one very much. Thank you.
I understood it because it's about dreams.
Yeah. When we're little girls, we have this idea, and boys, of course, but we have this idea of what our life is going to be like and how we perceive it. And then life happens and you don't always see your dreams come true. But that doesn't mean you don't get a chance to change that afterwards either,
There's a part of the poem of Twilight that you say the canvas changed from color to black.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know Leonardo da Vinci used to paint in the back.
No, black. I didn't know that.
And I know a great artist by the name of Marcy Grosso, and all her canvases are painted in black. And then she layers over it. And then I love that. So when I read that, I was like, wow, that's the artistic in her. And I feel like we're all connected somehow regarding art.
Of course.
And so I thought she's painting. Like in my mind, you were painting.
Well, that's what I call my poems. They're word paintings. That's how I always think of them. And it comes it comes in a rush sometimes, And that Twilight poem is very special because it's where the whole thing starts, And I do have a poem that's for my mother, which is very special to me. There's also a poem called Burn that is very much, I think, about the woman I am today. And then Burn. You'll get there. You'll get there. You'll get there. And then there's one that brings me great joy and is also bittersweet, which is called, it's for my grandson. It's abuela. Yo soy abuela. A year and a half. It's the joy of my life, my grandson Enzo.
Ay, qué lindo.
And then there's one that I wrote about Havana. And that is the poem that I asked Ninoka to present in my book presentation at Books and Books. And
congratulations!
Thank you. That was a real dream come true for me.
That is hard, and
that was a bucket list item for me. Amen. That I just went yes. And that whole experience was everything I dreamed it would be. So I'm very satisfied and happy in that moment of my life. Yeah.
Amen.
Thank you.
So, the one about your mother, is it Hands?
Yes.
So that's when we started talking. I think we connected regarding our moms.
Yes.
We've had wonderful mothers.
Oh, my mother was the most amazing woman.
So I'm not a great reader, guys, but I want to read a little part of her poem of Hands. She has been gone so long, but I'm never without her. I see her in my hands, in my lips, in my thighs. I hear her voice as I go through my day, reminding me to be patient, to be kind, to be better. I feel her in my heart as I stare down at these, my hands. I squeeze them together in gratitude for all the times I felt my mother's hand.
Mhm.
Es una madre.
Yeah. Yeah. And we never stop missing them.
No, absolutely not.
There's never, my mom's been gone for a long, long time. There's not a day in my life I don't miss my mom.
I think when you're blessed to have wonderful mothers, and I want to tell you this, even if you did not have a great mother, there is always a connection.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no explanation, but it just is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something we have to learn to embrace and love and sometimes forgive.
Yeah.
And but I feel that when you wrote it, I felt my mother's embrace.
Oh, I'm glad. That makes me so happy.
I felt the softness of my mother's hands. My mom had arthritis and I could feel her little bones. And I remember holding her hands and feeling her little bones. And that's how she was always. She got arthritis for very young, but it was one of those moments that you brought it back to me. And I really appreciate it.
That means a lot. I'm so happy.
Absolutely. It was beautiful. It is a beautiful poem, and I just read a little part of it. So if someone wants to buy your book, where do they go?
Well, you can go to Amazon. You can go to Barnes and Noble. You can go. I don't know if they still have copies over at Books and Books.
Okay.
But Amazon is easy for everybody. And you can get the Kindle version or the paperback or a hardback copy, whatever you like.
Paper's still better, I think.
Paper's the best, isn't it?
It smells great.
Yeah, and I'm very possessive of my books. Whenever I want someone to read something, I buy a book for them. And they just say, no, but just lend me yours. I'm like, no.
Well, true collectors do not lend their books.
No, because you might never get it back.
Absolutely.
You know, I have now that you say that, I don't want to take up too much time, but I have a beautiful collection of Louis L'Amour Western novels that were my father's. Well, my father loved the West, and when we were out West in New Mexico, he was the happiest he ever was. And his job was for the Department of Agriculture, and he did the stats. He was an economist, but he would get to visit the ranches and the farms and all that. And so he was on horseback all the time. Wow. And he was a true cowboy at heart, you know. He was from Santa Clara in Cuba, and they had a little ranch out in Santa Clara. He was always happiest on a horse.
So my dad's from Santa Clara.
Ah, you see, another connection.
There you go.
But that collection of novels, I've read them all and enjoyed them all so much, and it's very special to me.
So what advice do you give to a woman that is an entrepreneur and wants to start or wants to become creative? What is the essence? What is the secret?
The essence is not to wait until everything is perfect to start.
Amen. Good one.
Do not doubt yourself. It's okay if the first version isn't perfect, but get started. Get started. Accept that there's going to be failures, and it's okay, because without failure, we learn nothing. Don't wait. I wish every day that I had started my company earlier in my life. I've never regretted doing it. I just wish I had started earlier. I didn't believe in myself enough. I felt that maybe I was going to fail and I wouldn't be okay. And you're going to be okay. And you are going to be able to do everything that you decide you're going to do.
How do you balance it?
You have to take a little time every day for yourself. That you have to center yourself. For me, it's my mornings. I get up very early, but I take the time in the morning. For me, it's sitting and praying for a little while and sitting outside and listening to the birds and not answering the phone and not talking to anyone for a very, even if it's just half an hour. Sometimes I get almost an hour. It's a, gift for me when that happens, but
stay away from the static.
Stay away from the noise. And don't ever compare yourself to someone else.
Oh, that's another good one.
Your journey is your journey.
Women do compare themselves, even though we don't say it. Yeah. We do.
And open the door for other women.
Amen. Yes.
Even in this day and age, I still believe that we are not invited to the table in a lot of ways in business. And we need to Open the door. Look, why am I here? Because Ninoka told you should invite Anna. What a beautiful gift.
Absolutely.
What a selfless gift to just say, you know what? I think that, you should meet this lady. I think you might enjoy interviewing her. What a gift for me to be here.
What a gift.
Yeah.
You being here.
So I would say help one another grow.
Absolutely.
Cheerlead for your friends that are starting their own projects. And I would say help each other's businesses as well.
Absolutely.
But don't be afraid. Get started, fail, learn, do it better the next time. Love, and give it love. We have to love.
Yep.
I love my clients. Nothing makes me happier than to see them succeed and to know that I had a small part in their success. And do something that you feel, because we can always look at these companies and say, oh, it's just business, it's transactional. No, I am part of their story. I am a cog in their wheel that helps them move forward. And I don't want to be in a business that doesn't bring someone benefit.
And be honest.
Always.
To yourself and to
the client or to the customer. Nothing is worse than a lack of transparency or because it's not going to serve you and it's not going to serve them.
Anna, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I've learned so much.
Oh, it's been such a pleasure. I've enjoyed it so much.
Thank you so much for being here with me at this podcast, Wonder Women, and at the community newspaper. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
I felt this peace talking to you. I feel like we're right there in front of the ocean right
now. Oh, right? I love that.
So thank you again.
Thank you.
I wish you only true success.
Likewise.
Blessings, not only for you, your business, but for your family and that grandson.
Likewise. Many blessings for you. Gracias.
So we're coming to the end of the podcast today. Wonder Women, thank you for being here with me today. Like I end every podcast of mine, keep dreaming. Dreams do come true. Believe in yourself, like she says. I mean, she's dreamed, and look at her. She's writing a novel, 3 poetry books. So don't keep fighting that big. Keep shooting for the start and keep fighting for those dreams to come true. And always, always keep hope alive. So God bless you all. And thank you again. See you next time, guys. Los quiero. Bye.